How's it going, guys? It's your boy Ayerow, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily take out the second boss, the Elder, in Valheim. Alright, so we're starting off in the Black Forest, and we're going to be looking for these spawners. The reason we're going to be looking for these spawners is in order to actually spawn the Elder, you need to get the Ancient Seeds first. There's two ways of going about this. One, you can actually destroy the spawner, and they almost always, I think it's 100% drop rate for Ancient Seeds. Or you can sit around and wait for a Grey Dwarf Brute with at least 1 star to come out, and you can kill him for a nice chunk of Ancient Seeds. It's also a good way of kind of just farming Grey Dwarfs and just farming their seeds in general. So I mean, if you don't want to wait though, you can just go ahead and break the spawner right away. Once you've broken the spawner, I think you get at least 1 or 2 Ancient Seeds. I think I was only able to get 1, but I already had a couple saved up, so I have about 6. That's because I was farming some nests and Grey Dwarfs before this. Second, in order to find the Elder spawn location, you need to find these, they're like brick houses, just all over the Black Forest. And they'll have the Elder's tablet, where you can click and it'll put a marker on your map showing exactly where he is. Which is pretty cool. And if you find more like these, it might actually show you a second location, because you might have 2 Elders on your world. Alright, so next up is burial chambers. Burial chambers can also hold the Elder's spawn location tablets. So if you're searching the Black Forest, you don't have to just look for those big castle structures. If you're lucky enough and you go into a burial chamber, you can actually find their tablets in one of the end rooms. I think it's one of the bigger rooms near the end. I know each one is random, so if you're lucky, you might find one. So now that we've found the Elder spawn location and collected the seeds in order to spawn him, it's time to get prepped with armor. I recommend troll or bronze armor for this fight, just because either one is like plenty for this fight. And then I also recommend the fine bow and plenty of fire arrows. Fire arrows are probably the most effective, so I highly recommend them. So now that we're prepped with bronze or troll armor, and I've got our fine bow with plenty of arrows, we can start sailing, well, unfortunately for me, sailing over to the Elder boss. Sometimes he is on different islands, so you might have to build yourself a raft, and if you do, it's really not that bad. Just don't go too far out in the ocean, because there might be surprises out there waiting for you. Next, what I would advise you do is build a little hut. One with a bed and at least a workstation, so that way if you do die, your spawn point is near the boss and not halfway across the other island. And then in the morning, once you wake up, you can actually take off the roof to make it a bit easier to access your workbench in case you need to quickly repair your bow during the fight. You shouldn't have to, but if you do, it's good to have a backup and have it there, you know? Alright, so now for the moment you all been waiting for, go ahead and throw your 3 Ancient Seeds onto the fire and summon the Elder boss. Once he awakens, he has 2 attacks that he primarily uses. One is where he throws his hand out and shoots a bunch of roots at you, and it does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. You want to try to avoid that attack if all possible. And the second one is he actually raises roots. He's actually doing it right now, where he raises roots out of the ground. That one's not so bad, as long as you can just stay away from the roots. As long as you do that, you should be fine. I actually accidentally end up cheesing him. I'm going to show you here in a second what actually happens, but I want to show you at least the first little bit, so that way you guys can get an idea of how much he hurts and kind of his attack patterns. So it's right around here where I start to think to myself, maybe this isn't the best strategy, hiding behind some pillars. So you'll actually see in a moment here, I'll actually run up into the hill And for whatever reason, it kind of bugs him out, and he just completely avoids me pretty much the rest of the fight. He does hit me a couple times, but other than that, it was pretty weird. I actually don't know what happened. Like, maybe that is just a thing that happens when you go too high with this boss. But you can see me doing it right now. I actually started to take cover in the back because I got scared a little bit. And then I just start pegging him from back behind this hill. He does throw his hand out and throw his roots at me once. Yeah, so I don't think it's this one that hits me. It's the next one. And so then I decide to go even further up because I'm really low on the ground right now. I don't know if that plays into anything or plays into the fact the boss just didn't want to attack me. But right here he does hit me, so I was like, okay, I should probably move out of there and go a little bit higher. So then I just stick behind here, and for the rest of the boss fight, he doesn't do anything. He just walks around. I don't know what happened, but I guess if you guys go kind of high up on a mountain, it kind of bugs out the boss. But if you were to do this the normal way, using the 4 pillars does work. But I mean, if you have this option, you might as well use it. It is really strange that this happened. I'm just gonna speed this up for you guys because it does take a little bit. Huzzah! You have defeated the second boss in Valheim, the Elder. Now that we have the Swamp Key and the Elder's Trophy, we want to make our way over to the Sacrificial Stones as soon as possible. So that way we can throw our trophy up and start making our way to the swamp. Alright, now that we're back at the stones, you already know what to do. Go ahead and slot your trophy in your hotbar and throw them up on the stone. And this guy has a pretty cool superpower. He actually gives you increased wood chopping for 5 minutes. And it's actually quite a bit faster. I think it's about 2 swings to take out 1 tree. So it's pretty efficient if you're looking to just take a cart out and get a bunch of wood all at once for a house or something like that. And then for your swamp key, you just kind of want to hold on to that until you've made it into the swamp. That key will actually be used to open the caverns, similar to the burial chambers in the swamp. And that's where you'll use that. You pretty much use it for almost all of the burial chambers within the swamp. So keep a hold of that, don't lose it. If you do, you might have to go fight the Elder again. Well guys, that's the end of this guide on how to kill the second boss easily in Valheim. I hope you guys liked it, at least learned some stuff. And if you did, please leave a like, comment, and maybe subscribe so I can keep doing this. Alright guys, until next time, stay sexy, stay beautiful, and I'll see you later.